Hello and welcome to your quick 10-minute hips and hammies flow. We are going to get started right away today, standing at the tops of our mat, making your way there, finding your mountain pose, finding length in your spine, crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling, and then let your shoulders soften away from the ears. We'll take a full round of breath together here. Slow, deep breath in through the nose. And deep, slow breath back out through the nose. On your next breath in, sweep the arms up to the sky. Maybe gaze up towards the thumbs. Soft bend in the knees. Hands come together through your heart center and then hands all the way down to the mat. From here, we'll find a rag doll. We'll catch opposite elbows with the hands. Let your torso connect with the thighs. Let the crown of the head reach down towards the floor so that the head hangs heavy. Maybe take a little sway side to side. Nod the head yes. Shake it no. From here, releasing the elbows, planting the hands down, and step your feet to the back of the mat to come into a downward facing dog. In our downward facing dog, letting our left heel lengthen down towards the mat so that we're straightening out through that left leg as much as we can. You might like to take a deep bend into that right knee or option to cross that right ankle behind the left. Let's take a full round of breath together, in through the nose, out through the nose. Uncrossing ankle if it's crossed. Right heel lengthens down towards the mat. Option to bend into left knee or place the left ankle behind the right. Inviting that beautiful length into the back of that right hamstring, all the way down that back line of the leg. Uncrossing left ankle if it's crossed. Find downward facing dog once again. Take a deep breath in here. And stay for that deep breath out. On an inhale breath, lift your left leg up and back behind you to find a three-legged downward facing dog. And then on the breath out, step that left foot all the way to the top of the mat in between the hands. Lower the right knee down to the mat, setting ourselves up for a low lunge. We're going to bring our hands onto that left thigh. And we want to be a little bit more vertical here in our low lunge today. Might tuck the back toes and just scoot that right knee forward. And we're working to, as best we can, stack right shoulder over right hip over right knee. I might just step my left foot back slightly. And then from here, we want to tuck our pelvis under, tuck the tailbone under so that we're opening across the front of this right hip flexor. This is a really great flow if you've just spent a lot of time sitting recently, inviting some blood flow and some stretch and length back into our hips. Let's take one more inhale breath through the nose. And an exhale back out through the nose. From here, we're going to release our hands back down to the mat on the inside of that left foot. Heel toe left foot all the way out to the edge of your mat. I'm going to step mine forward so that now I can let this right hip bone come forward and down. Option to stay here with the right knee on the mat, or you may like to tuck your right toes and lift that right knee away from the floor. And then if you've lifted that right knee, you might like to make this a dynamic lizard and rock forward and back. From here, you're going to step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, coming to land in our yogi squat, our malasana. Letting the hips come down towards the floor, lift the chest. Elbows to the inside of the knees, hands together in front of your heart. Take that slow breath in through the nose. Slow breath back out through the nose. Release your fingertips down to the mat. Press into the feet to straighten the legs. Lift the hips, come into that forward fold once again. Heel toe the feet back to about hip width. Let go of the head, crown of the head down towards the floor. And you can take that ragdoll again if you'd like to, or maybe you're choosing to have the fingertips on the mat this round. Planting the hands down, stepping back into that downward facing dog. Left heel lengthens down towards the mat. Cross right ankle behind the left. Take a deep breath in. Stay for the deep breath out. Bring the right foot back to the mat. Changing sides. Left ankle crosses behind right. Lengthen right heel down towards the mat. Take a full breath in. And a long breath out. Left foot back to the mat. Right leg lifts up and back behind you for that three-legged dog. Inhale, breath. Exhale to step your right foot between the hands, setting ourselves up for that more vertical low lunge. So you can lower that left knee a bit closer towards the foot. Hands come onto the thigh. You lift the frontal hip bones up towards the low ribs so that we're tucking that tailbone under. And we're really opening across the front of that left hip this time. Hands on the thigh for support. Opening across the front of that left hip flexor as much as you can. It's a really subtle movement, but if you found that tuck of the pelvis and that tailbone underneath you, you'll really feel that stretch into the front of that left hip. And then when you're ready, let's take the hands down to the mat to find our lizard lunge. Hands come to the inside of the right foot. Heel toe right foot out to the edge of the mat. I'm stepping mine forward slightly. Option to stay here with the left knee on the mat or tuck the left toes. Lift the left knee up away from the floor. Take that dynamic lizard, rocking forward and back. All the while breathing into your hips, noticing that space that we're creating in the hips. Hands stay planted on the mat. This time it's our left foot that comes to step to the outside of the left hand. Toes are facing out to the side. Lower the tailbone down towards the floor. Lift the chest. Elbows to the insides of the knees, hands together in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in through the nose here. And a deep breath out. Release your fingertips down to the mat. Press into the feet to straighten the legs and lift the hips. Turn your toes to face the front of the room. Heel toe the feet to about hip width. Finding that forward fold once again. Breathing into the backs of the legs. Press down into the feet. Big breath in. Sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands together in front of your heart. Meeting here back in our mountain pose. Hands either beside the hips or hands still together in front of the heart. Taking a moment to show yourself gratitude for making this time in your day for you. Hopefully you're feeling nice and spacious in the hips. And I wish you a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.